Happy FriYAY! Hello everyone, part of the Leadership Summit Every Day. My name is Jessica Crate, your featured Friday Mentor of the Day. I am so excited to be with you today. Many of you on here are either well on your way to being a successful or already a successful network marketer, direct seller, leader, or you're embarking on the journey to entrepreneurship and leadership. So hats off to all of you. Thanks for tuning in today, and special kudos to Miss Diane Stone. You are an incredible leader, so I am honored and truly grateful that you've allowed me to be your featured mentor and to join you on this journey with so many other incredible individuals that you guys are going to hear from in the next weeks and months. So let's kick this off. I'm so excited. I've got some materials that I've prepared for you today, and I know about 4.5 years into the industry that it is a lifelong journey. You're always learning. So a little bit about me. My name's Jessica Crate. I come from British Columbia, Canada. So you might hear a little bit of an out and about accent here. But I'm originally from Canada, born in Canada, and then grew up all over the US. So grew up in multiple cities and then moved back up to Canada for middle school and high school, and then took a scholarship to Arizona State for track and cross country, majored in exercise science, transferred to Florida State to pursue a pre-medical degree, and ran varsity track and cross country there as well. Graduated and did what the world tells you to do, right? Go to school, get a job, work and work and work, hopefully build up a 401k to what? Retire on half of what you worked your life for, right? So for me, I didn't know another way out, and I got stuck in the day-to-day grind, building someone else's dream, and thought my dream was to be a doctor, to be a physician, to be in the medical field, that I was truly going to help people, and then realized very quickly that we live in a sick care industry. So I wanted a way out. I just didn't know how to become an entrepreneur, how to be a leader. And I'd always worked for someone, trading time for money. So this was a new concept for me. I thought my ticket out was to be a professional athlete. So I took that journey. And 2011, about mile 14, I snapped my foot training for the Olympic trials, broke my foot, and finished the marathon on a broken foot. And as you can imagine, it was not a pretty ending. I ended up in a boot, a medical tent, and fortunately a gentleman said, "Jess, you know what, I think I have something for you. Take a look at this." And unfortunately for me, it took me breaking my foot to wake up. But fortunately for all of you, you are taking that step to leadership on your own. So kudos to you, and let's jump into it. So what happened to me? I jumped into this company, had no clue how to be a leader, had no clue how to lead a team. And over the course of many years, I truly feel that network marketing is the best way to cultivate and develop leaders. It's more or less a leadership development course in life. So I jumped in full steam ahead, absolutely love the products that we have in our company. But along the journey, I learned leadership. And I love this quote today. It's on Forbes. I'm always reading. I don't know if you follow me on Snapchat or Facebook, but I'm always reading. Even when I'm in the gym, I've got an Audible in my ears. So Henry Ford says, "Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is a progress. Working together is a success." And guys, there's never been a more true statement than that when it comes to leadership. And when everyone's moving forward together, success takes care of itself. But how do you become a good leader? I quickly realized that in leadership is a lot like life. It was a lot like my marathon training. I had a dream to go to the Olympics. I had a goal to go to the Olympics. And when you have that goal, you share it with people. You get a team, you get a coach, you get a trainer, you get a chiropractor, a massage therapist. You have a team of people, training partners, helping you achieve your goal. So the same thing happens with network marketing, direct sales, whatever business you own, whatever corporation you work with. When you're trying to create leaders and become a better leader yourself, there's several key components. I'm going to start with one portion, and then I have a really neat excerpt that one of my friends who's an engineer wrote up, and I'd like to read that to you. But how to be a leader. So number one, delegation. Jot this down because this is key. Delegation is key. I was reading The Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster by Darren Hardy, a fantastic Audible if you haven't read it yet. But he talks about the key components of leadership, and delegation is number one, being able to delegate to your team. And once you finesse your vision and share that with your team, you can delegate different tasks. My expertise is energy. I love bringing energy and charisma and passion to the team, but then you need different people to carry out different aspects. So when you can delegate and trust your team to do that, everyone moves forward together, but you have to learn to trust your team. And a lot of that comes with dropping the ego. So being humble as a leader is so key. You don't see any of the top leaders in the industry with an ego. You really have to be a servant leader. So learn to delegate. Number 2, communication is essential. Without knowing the vision, how to execute the vision, and then achieving the vision, nobody succeeds. So be authentic. Number 1, be authentic. Be genuine. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, right? So then the second thing is to create a connection. And to truly create a connection with your team, be succinct. Create that connection where people can trust you. They know you're genuine. They know you're going to be there for them. Speak directly when getting instructions. So speaking directly to your team, sitting down with them, finding out what their goals are. A lot of times I think in the beginning of my phases, I was like, woohoo, you're on the team, let's go. And I knew in my head what I needed to do, but I didn't communicate effectively. And once you learn to do that, to sit down with your team, to understand what their goals, their why, their passion, their vision is, everyone can move forward together to achieve that together. The third component is to have enthusiasm. I don't struggle with this one too much. I am like the Tigger amongst the Eeyores, and I encourage you to, even if you have to fake it until you become enthusiastic, find ways to be positive. Find ways to bring enthusiasm and to instill that into your team. Instill positive energy. Even if you don't feel positive, check yourself. A lot of times as leaders, we have to learn to halt. HALT. Figure out, okay, if you're not positive, you're either hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Get yourself in check because you can't help anyone until you help yourself. So be positive and, understand that morale is linked to positivity. High morale and high positivity are a double-edged sword. So keep that upbeat attitude, and it's okay to fake it sometimes, but keep that upbeat attitude. Your team is going to follow you and they're going to duplicate what you do. The fourth thing is accountability. Guys, accountability is mandatory. I have several mentors in my business, and then I'm accountable with my team. We hold each other accountable. We do meetings together. We have calls together. Accountability is absolutely key, not only with yourself, but with your team, with your mentors, with your, if you have an upline, with your upline, even the people around you. Make sure you're being held accountable for what you need to accomplish with your team. Under that heading is to act ethically and responsibly. Acting ethically and responsibly. A lot of times as leaders, you have to go against the grain, but you have to go against the grain in the right realm. So making sure you lead by example and maintain your ethics. There's going to be different things that happen in your business with your team. Avoid drama. Get ethical. Reach out to your upline and find ways to really execute that leadership with your team. Keep your word. Keeping your word is absolutely key. I know when I was traveling a lot, I'd overpromise and underdeliver. We want to do the opposite. And I've learned a lot throughout the last 4.5 years. And I feel like I've just gone through college in this. Guys, it's so fun, this journey. But keep your word. You want to underpromise and overdeliver. We want to create raving fans in our businesses. Go above and beyond. If you're not on the phone, if you're not reaching out to your customers, how else are you going to achieve success in your team? How do you know what their whys are? How do you know how you're going to help your customers, your teammates, your distributors? So keep your word and don't make promises that you can't keep. And then guys, practice these tips every day and you are going to become an incredible rock solid leader, and I look forward to seeing you all at the top. So that being said, I wanted to flip over because leadership can be explained in many, many ways, right? But when talking to scientists, engineers, and I come from the science background, I'm a little bit of a nerd, but I brought on a new guy from our team, and he's an engineer. He's incredible. And he was talking about this analogy that may help them understand what leaders do. And I love it because it really hits on the third thing we talked about, enthusiasm. So it's all about induction. Electromagnetic induction is the energy created in wires, right? So when a magnet is moved across the wires, that's when energy is created. Well, Michael Faraday discovered this in 1831. So we're going to go back in history a little bit. And it is one of the most important discoveries in humans ever made. So it enabled us to produce electricity from fuel, wind, and water. The faster the magnet moves, catch this, the more energy is created. The closer the magnet is to the wire, the more energy is created. The more the wires are aligned uniformly, just like Henry Ford says, the more energy is created. You following me? The leader is the magnet, right? And those to be led are the wires. So a good leader moves a lot and has the ability to move faster when needed and stay very close to those who are to be led. So this is key. Those who are to be led should be aligned using a common system. And I know every single one of you in every single business that you have a bulletproof system. Ours is called a blueprint. Follow the blueprint. So use that method that's in place for you. So in any company, success comes from the leaders who show a lot of personal activity. They move. Guys, you know I'm a runner. I like to move fast. You also have to move fast, but you have to stay in alignment. You have to move forward together with your team. So that activity, those who stay in close touch with their leaders by using presence and create standardized work systems to align the individual members of the team, work on the same goal. Just like Henry Ford says, when everyone's moving forward together, success takes care of itself. So 3 simple rules. Be active, stay close, and organize your team. Boom. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm so excited. I understand that leadership is paramount when it comes to teams. So create leaders backed by leaders, and you will have a dynamic, growing team. We call it the crate train or a freight train, whatever you want to call it. But when you're moving forward in a direction, nothing knocks you off your tracks. You keep moving laser focused forward, and the right people jump on, and you keep moving forward together. So rock out, hop on the train, move forward together, rise higher, venture higher together, and we'll see you all at the top. Make it a great day.